responsible for turning around our from the in your hands.
The show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie. It's 51 with fog throughout the area. We want you to be careful. School buses rolling throughout our area. We want children to be safe.
Yeah, and it does feel good outside. Of course, temperatures are only going to rise from here. When we do have a rise in temperature like this, we also see some storms.
A possibility, Odie, on Thursday night into Friday morning. Right now, it's all to the west of us. But as usual, it usually drifts a little further east, and we'll probably be talking about that as the week progresses. Next week, even hotter. We're going to see some 73 days next week, Cody.
You know, we were just in a major freeze down to single digits just a week ago, and you know,
now it's Keeney
here
weather.
We are. It's yeah. I mean, bring your short sleeves back out, or if you're like me, that's just about all you wear anyway.
Shirley, good morning. We're so glad that you chose to join us. We appreciate that a whole lot there. Miss Emily is joining us. I'm glad there. Yeah. It is Wednesday as we try to keep track of what day of the week it was.
We call that Hump Day. Well, we was busy yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot going on yesterday.
I missed
good day for Lauderdale County.
Yes, sir, it sure was. And I'm going to try to do this. And we want to point out, if you get a chance today, and let me show you what it looks like. This is on our Facebook page, and it is also on our YouTube channel, where you can go back and watch the announcement from the Riley Center from start to finish. We videoed the whole thing. You can hear it very clearly, and I hope you will do that.
It really is something that speaks a lot about what's going on here in Lauderdale County, Meridian, Mississippi. And like you said, yes, you see a lot of these industries come up. And I was disappointed because there was a lot of people who commented on a post and they were like, well, what business? Another hamburger joint? Or are we getting another? And they didn't realize exactly what is actually coming here. But go watch that video, because this is something that is not going to just impact us during construction. This is going to impact us for years to come.
Yes, sir.
Not just with the facility, but the other businesses that it brings into our area.
We show you some pictures of the groundbreaking shoveling and some pictures from the event there. I should have. This is my fault. I should have cued this before we went live, but it's a little too late, as Tanya Tucker once said, for that now. Yeah.
Wait a minute. We do everything live right here.
Oh, this is live. But what this is, Todd Tillman sings the national anthem a cappella.
Oh, man. And I think it's hard to sing a cappella.
I'm going to just, Odie, I'm close to where it was, so I may have to skip till we find exactly where, but y'all deserve to hear this. Let me see here.
Yeah. Our own hometown man.
That our flag.
Here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
If that right there didn't make you stand up, put your hand on your heart, and God bless the USA. Woo!
Does anybody have any doubt now why he won The Voice? Todd is truly a treasure from Meridian, Mississippi. He has an incredible voice. I enjoyed that so much. That was one of the highlights. I mean, I love the $10 billion they brought with us, but boy, what a performance. And if you ever get a chance to see Todd, visit him. He made Meridian very proud there, made me proud to be an American there, and we appreciate that.
Yes, he did. And somebody asked about jobs. Now, yes, it's going to take 8 years for construction to be complete. 250,000 square foot building, and there's going to be 8 of them.
It's huge.
2 million square feet. But solid jobs there is going to be a few hundred solid jobs just there, plus all of the other industry that's going to be coming to support this. We're talking, or they were talking that this could be a 1,000 jobs in our local area.
It's going to be huge. And as you say those numbers, there's a lot of numbers, and again, that we can't give you because this is going to bring other businesses to our town. This could be the changing point for our area. Big thank you to Mississippi Power. You have to say big thank you to the supervisors for having the land ready. There's a lot, the county, not only the supervisors, but they were a big part of this, that went ahead and had that ready. And I didn't know this. As I was talking to the folks from that firm, they said one of the things that made it, why Meridian came about, there's fiber that runs down I-20 from here to Dallas.
A major fiber hub.
And so with the fiber being on the side of the road and then the land ready and the power, it was a Meridian is ready. And that's why we got it above other towns. And this, again, is going to bring businesses that we've never heard of to our area that tag along, that help support businesses like this. And it will make other people look at our town that need a place to go. So some changes are coming for the good.
Well, I know Greg can't spell AI.
That may be me too.
You know, so, but no matter what it is, if you look into the future, AI is what we see, along with all this information that is stored from different companies. This facility is something that is going to be a game changer for our area.
It's a new industry.
It's a complete new industry. And now he was talking about, Mississippi Power was talking about, you've heard the 500 gigawatts or whatever else. What does that come to in layman's terms? You know, I mean, I don't do power, so it really doesn't mean a whole lot, except it's a lot. But he said this is equivalent to if you built, that's enough power to run 500 super Walmarts.
That's a bunch.
That's a lot of power come through there. Man.
It's in here, and it's somewhere right along here.
No, that was not the 20% increase. That was some other stuff. But no, that wasn't. The 20% increase didn't go to this. The state of Mississippi helped, and they're actually buying the land, paying for this, the whole 9 yards. So,
yeah, they own it. So that's good. As we all remember back, if you ever go to a Mississippi State football game, we need more cowbell. Well, it's official when you come to Meridian, of course, us being a Mississippi State. This is the scene where he was the president of Compass, was presented the golden cowbell. And, of course, he did ring it there. Let's just play this little segment here because it was cute. And it's good to see this.
What's your name, man?
what?
As always.
What do you say after that? I ain't never had a gift like this before.
That's right, yeah.
Well, you ain't never been here.
Special people that invest $10 billion. We'll get you one of
your
those.
own cowbell.
So, and again, if you'd like to watch the entirety of that program, it's on our YouTube channel with a link from our Facebook page there. You can watch the entire thing. And it was something to see there. I'm telling you, the Riley Center was packed with people yesterday.
It really was. It was good to see everybody there supporting this, and got to see some old friends and talk to a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good, and got to sit there and stare at you across the way in your own little.
I had my little booth over there.
Booth over there.
That's pretty nice there.
Yeah, you
I don't know what those little
on.
booths cost, but they're nice.
Could you see a show good from there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah, you could see it all from that little area. We'll be right back as we begin your day again. 51 and fog.
Beautiful.
Here with Scotty Ray Report. When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp to trail riding or just working around on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building it, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Here we are.
Got to
We're
hit buttons.
back.
Don't be looking off.
You know, we were talking yesterday, and I told you while we were at break, I wanted to say a big thank you to someone else local. We're giving, and somebody said, is this millions? This is a 10 billion with a B industry coming. Well, there's somebody else who invested in Meridian, Lauderdale County, and that is Mike Van Druwen, and I hope I pronounced that correct.
I believe you did.
Good guy, nice as can be, but he owns Sloop. That makes you go with that song, Sloop, doobie doop. You know what I'm talking
remember
about?
that.
Yeah. But Sloop, they manufacture the first shoe company in the United States that's manufactured right here in the United States, in Meridian, Mississippi. And he gave away 100 pair of shoes.
You had to have a colored card yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, mine wasn't colored. I tried to buy one off a friend of mine that won, and he told me, nope, he was keeping his. But they were there, gave 100 pair of shoes away. And
Big thank you for
we
that.
can't forget him and what he's doing for Meridian and Lauderdale County himself.
We had it was a little more than a fender bender last night, Odie. Matter of fact, they had to call out the fire department, and they went ahead and called Metro, woke them up and said, y'all might ought to come out here. We got a car upside down. As we go out to Jeff Davis School Road. It was there, that sharp curve right there. I think most people know where that is. Didn't quite make the curve. Knocked out a sign, and I think the
row.
So one person was transported for medical attention to a local hospital. We don't know much more than that other than the car flipped and they had to be taken to be patched up a little bit. Not life-threatening from what I understand, but still didn't feel too good either, is one way of putting it. So we remind you of that. Earlier this morning, right before we were getting ready to go on, I started getting messages about this. No one was hurt, but reports of gunfire in the 300 block of 24th Street. And let me just pull this up and show this. This just gives you the general idea of where that is. Just off of Highway 39, Old Meridian Road, right off of that road there, if you're wondering where that is. A lot of times we hear streets and you go, I can't pinpoint where that is. And we do our best to put maps so you'll be able to find where something is.
Kind of right behind Station 5.
Yeah, fire department there.
Yeah, I wonder if that woke him up.
Yeah, them boys sleep hard.
Yeah, because you never know what time you're going to get up.
You better get a nap when you can. When they say get your britches on, let's go, they mean it at the fire department there.
So what's this? We can go say we got nothing?
We got a what now? Oh, yeah, right here. We've got someone else who has tossed the hat. Is that the way you word it?
Tossed the hat in the ring.
Here we go. Rita Jack officially making her announcement for her bid for mayor. So officially, we've got Jimmy Smith, Percy Bland, Copeland, who is going to be running as an independent. Rita Jack, and there's rumored of at least 1 to 2 more.
Maybe 2.
And they've got till Friday at 5 p.m.
5 p.m. To be in there. Independent's not, you walk in, you want to be a Democrat or a Republican, you just give them the little money and you're done. Independent, you have to have, unless it's changed, you have to have at least 50 signatures that approve you running as an independent that are voters. So
Rita is going to be down at Dumont Plaza today between 10 and noon with her announcement. So if you'd like to go by and ask her a question as to why you're running, what can you do, what can you change, she'll be there to answer questions. We wish her a lot of luck with that. As this is going to be a heated season as we head for possibly a new mayor.
Yeah. And the Scotty Ray Report will be on scene. Y'all don't worry. We will bring y'all what you need to make informed decisions. We are planning some debates, so y'all just hang on.
Here we go. And I forgot to show this picture, Odie. This just shows you the crowd. Look how beautiful this place is.
It is. Look at it. Upstairs was full. Downstairs, you see empty seats now. That's because it hadn't started yet.
Yeah, that was way
seats
before
were
it
full.
started.
Upstairs, downstairs, it was great.
The governor come out, and I think his first word was, "Who's your daddy?" Did you hear that? As soon as this was over, as you saw me packing up, I was trying to get out the door so I could get across town because of this. Now, I want y'all to watch this. Did y'all see them? Let me explain this. Bless their hearts. They were in a sweat before it was over because there was like 50 people that took the shoveling pictures with him. I hadn't got them all posted, but here's another view. And they'd done this in increments, and then they'd get out there with a shovel and chunk some. I mean, he had a sweat rolling down his face from shoveling. I thought they were going to have to bring in more dirt. Governor was just, because he was in every picture.
I bet he won't pick up another shovel for a while, will he?
The Meridian people make you dig. Y'all be careful. But I enjoyed that. And, of course, behind this, it's nearly this land back here. This is what we're talking about already prepared. See how flat that is down there? It's nearly 400 acres of land that is ready to build. It's got everything they need.
Right behind it. Pull that picture up real quick.
All right, let me go back to that button there.
All right, because you see right back there in your back, if you're looking way back there at that tree line, that's Highway 80. And if you look to your left, that is where the New Southern Pipe, the old Hardy...
just to the left of everybody.
Handy Hardware and all that is to the left of that. And that would be them looking at I-20.
Correct. That's right there on the side of I-20. The wetlands are on the other side behind them, those pine trees back there.
Yep.
And the Mississippi Highway Patrol also just to the, that would be to the west of there.
Yep.
So that's my first time to drive that far back in there.
It's not going to be hidden. And they said that when this gets done, it's going to be a visually nice thing. The ambiance is going to be nice. It's going to be a pretty place. It's not going to be an eyesore. And that's going to be something where people drive into Meridian and go, wow, look at this. It's going to be nice.
I thought they said that when they passed the service merchandise building. They go, wow, look at that.
They go, woo, look at that.
Right. Things happen. But at least we did get rid of the other eyesore. It cost us $70 million. But, hey, we got rid of the eyesore there, the old mall. That's finally gone.
And it does look better.
Just expensive. They had a little bit more expensive taste than I would have had.
Thank goodness we got this coming.
Yes, this is going to help out. As we see, Kemper County man has been arrested. Rump Road. As we look at this, there was if you've ever been to Mississippi State, you're going along, and as you get up there and where the Mennonites do their cooking, the bakery there, as you get to Brooksville, Mississippi, we all know where that is.
Oh, yeah.
Brooksville PD would respond to an accident. There was a wreck there, and they show up on scene. There's a guy laying in the street. He's dead. He's been shot. An arrest was made of an 18-year-old nearly immediately. He was taken to the Lowndes County Jail, and this is what we know at this point. Now, again, you're accused until you're proven guilty into a court of law, but in custody and charged at this point is Robert Jenkins of Scuba. We don't know, and we don't know how that could have been from the accident of the wreck.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and that is an assumption, they could have either been riding together or in two separate cars, and who knows what caused it, but a shooting did happen, and one was taken into custody and charged with murder. As we get more information on this, and this keeps going, we'll keep you posted on that.
And, you know, it makes you sad that this young man, 18 years old, for whatever reason, has basically ruined his life. Not just taken one, but his life has been ruined too for a senseless act.
True.
And we see that more and more and more. How productive could he have been? But it just went down the wrong path. And we need parents, we need churches, we need communities raising our kids right.
All right, now I gave my word yesterday. So when I give my word, I got to follow through on it.
You're stuck with it.
I've been on 29th Avenue for I don't know how many accidents and things, and there's a little elderly lady that lives there. She is sweet. Me and her, every time I'm there, I stop and talk to her. And there was an accident back in September to where her mailbox got taken out, gone.
Oh.
And she just wants her mailbox replaced by the people that hit it. And I promised her yesterday I would go to the Meridian Police Department and talk to them and see if they could get in touch with the lady that took out her mailbox to get her mailbox put back up. So that's what I'm working on today. I'm coming down to MPD, so y'all get ready. Don't arrest me. I'm coming in.
Well, they just locked the door.
But I've had similar. Let me word this. I remember being at Rush Hospital about three years ago, Odie, and they were arresting a female. And I don't remember what she'd done. She'd caused a disturbance, or maybe she was floating, maybe like that. As I guess police tell you to spread them. Isn't that what they? Up against the wall and spread them.
Spread them out.
Well, she was up against the wall and she saw me, and she was looking back over here, going, "Scotty Ray, help me!" And it was hilarious. Even they were laughing because she was so loud. As I entered, at first when I got back from the groundbreaking yesterday, I had a text message. "Where are you?" I just heard gunshots, and so I cranked up the mobile and I'm headed that way. And there were gunshots that rang out. No one was shot. Number one. I think a structure was hit yesterday just off of 29th Avenue at 22nd Street, and that's where I ran into that nice lady again at her house behind it. And as I pulled up, this is the scene. Many police officers there. This young man who he's got his back to us could be a juvenile. I don't know age or whatever, but they escorted him right through here, Odie, down to this car. And I was talking to someone beside me, and he starts yelling at me, and he wanted me to take his picture. And he seemed to be proud of what he had done. He was arrested most likely for shooting at a structure and striking a home. But is that a moment of wanting to be seen for what they've done? I don't know. I don't know the answer for that. Here's a couple of more pictures from the scene as we look at this. The police there on scene as we come through there. They just set him in the car there, and then here's a different view as they arrived on scene. But no one was hit, no one was hurt in the end, but somebody did go to jail for firing a weapon in the city. I don't know the charges that are going to be put on him, but what a situation. Wow. We'll be right back. We'll be back out and at it here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have two locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin this Wednesday morning. We are halfway through this week.
Hump Day. Friday's still coming.
Did we have a question somebody wanted to know?
Yeah, we had something while we're talking about it, because we've got some instances with the police department coming up on some things that they took care of yesterday. But some questions talking about the mayoral race. And does the mayor appoint a police chief? And that is, yes, he appoints the police chief. But you got to remember, the mayor's not the only one that's running for re-election. So is the city council. So the mayor says, I want this person to be my police chief. And he takes that police chief in front of the council and says, this is my pick. And the city council then either says, yes, we accept, or no, we don't. So the mayor picks someone that he wants to be, that has to be approved by the city council.
It's kind of like what we're watching in Washington right now.
Same thing. You know, Trump says, this is who I want, and then the Congress approves that appointment, but then that that police chief works at the sole discretion of the
mayor.
The mayor. The council can't fire him, get rid of him, or anything else once they approve him. So remember all of that while you're going through this here election.
And we have been asked a lot of times, how come that can't be an elected job? I don't have the answer for that. There's legalities involved in that.
And that may be a state law.
It could be. You know? And I don't know the answer to it. I wish I did. Where's that girl? She's bound to know that.
Talk. Did she look sophisticated yesterday?
She kept hiding from me in the audience.
She had some glasses, and I didn't recognize her. And she goes, "Well, you're just going to make fun of me." And I said, "No, I actually think you look good in glasses."
She wears glasses?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And I told her, I said, "No, I'm not making fun of you. I think you look good in glasses." So I hope she wears them Friday.
I got some when I have to see something on a phone or misspell it.
I think she was just trying to be sophisticated around all them influential people.
I had no idea that we had a glass-wearing chick amongst us. She'll have to wear them Friday.
I think so.
We'll start a petition. As we get into this, and again, I have no way of tracking this. I would, number one, we would have to go back to the days of Chris Reed as police chief that would give information. Everything that we get, I have to get on my own. It's not given to me. When we bring you these stories, it's a hustle. It's not like I can call up MPD and say, "Give me a list of what happened today," because you're not going to get it. That is not with this administration. So yesterday morning, I got a call of someone that had stopped at the Paradise Food Mart, went inside to get a drink. Guess what happened, Odie?
Did he just take that drink?
Well, no, he left his car running and with the door.
Oh.
And which would lead to a stolen car first. It would be just a little bit. And you have to say, this is where technology comes in. Where the car was bought, they called the car lot and said, "Hey, my car was just stolen." He goes, "I can help you. There's a GPS on that car."
Don't you worry about that.
It would be located just off of North Hill Street. It was left on Hickory Lane. And here's MPD on scene as they arrived doing fingerprints. There's a lot of them. They're there with their kit taking fingerprints off of the car. Personalized tag on the car, and we see that many police officers right up there is North Hill Street. Didn't Billy used to live across that street over there in that subdivision? Isn't that right there where the old swimming pool used to be?
Just right up the road from the old swimming pool, right there on that road as you pull in.
So technology helps solve many a crime. The car was processed and then eventually given back to the owner of that.
You know, they've got that technology where they can track it, but then once that car is cut off, they can disable that car. Then they come back out. Well, I got the key.
What is... And I would bring up the car. I just don't know if he wants me to tell
Maybe not.
where it is, so I'm not going to say where it is. But it was a busy day for him yesterday. As soon as he hung up that phone, he got another phone call that said, "My car just got stolen." And he goes, "You're kidding me." And he goes, "Well, let me log into the computer." And they found his car and called the Meridian Police Department. They come running. Here we go. This would be just off of 20th Street. As we look at this, they arrived there to get a stolen car there as well. Here's a video of that. I had to drive around to get a little bit better view. I couldn't fit through that hole. So it was a busy day for car thieves. And again, we really don't know, and I'm being as honest as I can, how many cars are stolen each day in Meridian. Whatever you do not leave your keys in your car with it running, because they do it. Do you remember the video we showed you last week at Northcrest Baptist Church where they're grabbing the door?
Yeah.
Had a key been in the ignition, they'd have drove off with it.
Or the door would have been unlocked that had taken whatever was in there.
Yeah. So we just urge you, this car theft, I would hesitate to say that it is one of the biggest crimes that we have in Meridian. Now, also, here's another factor to where I run into it. A lot of times somebody doesn't make their payments on the car. And that guy, what Greg used to have to do when he was starting out early, trying to get diapers for Rianne, he was the repo man. And in the middle of the night, he would back up, drop it, put it under it, and haul tail a block away, and then put the chains on it. That does still happen. So it's hard to determine without somebody from the Meridian Police Department verifying, yes, that car was stolen. No, that was a repo man. They didn't make a payment. And it's embarrassing for somebody that got behind a payment. And we're not here to make fun of anybody. It can happen to anyone that is alive and on this earth. You can have it great today, and tomorrow there'll be a turn in your life that you weren't expecting, and you can't make a payment a month or 2 months.
A good repo company will call the police or call Central Dispatch and say, hey, I want to let you know I've got the paperwork. I just repossessed this car at this address. So if somebody calls it stolen, it's not stolen. It's been repoed.
Bet that old boy that got shot at back there behind your office with the repo truck calls them now. Yet again, that is one of the most dangerous. And I was joking about that, but that did happen in between 8th Street and where Fire Station Number 1. This was a few months ago. A guy pulled up to get a car, and he's hooking to it, and they come out with a gun. It happens.
Well, you remember not too long ago we had they didn't repo the car. When they got them tires.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it's
they didn't make the
comical.
payments on their tires, so they just came with blocks and a jack and left it right when they went in to get whatever they needed from the store. They jumped in. We need to follow them around with some video, but that's humorous there. We've got more to come as we begin this day. Don't rush off. We'll bring a smile. Maybe we'll make you cry. We do a lot of things. We'll see you in just a moment. More to come.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Miss Wally, thank you for those kind words of saying that I'm always careful in what I'm doing. And as I mentioned, that repos can happen to anybody. Have you ever seen that show to where they go repo airplanes?
Oh, yeah.
Now, they're millionaires, and they didn't make their payments.
And they'd be sneaking on that airfield and running up in there.
What is funny about that is the security at airports. That's where I have my problem of reality. You got to let them know you're going out there, and you don't just flop in something and go, "Hey, tower, I'm leaving." It don't quite happen that way.
No, They've got to. You've got to get that airplane and go.
Coming up, we're going to tell you how you can help somebody in the community. That's coming up in just a moment. Let's go back to what year is this? There's going to be some people that go, "What are you talking about, Willis?" Say what?
This name's going to bring back a lot of memories for a lot of people.
Yeah, 1880 is when he was born. It would be in the 30s, I think, when he started. No, the 20s when he started getting popular.
I guess so.
W.C. Fields always had a smile, and he had that growl about him there. W.C. Fields was born a comedian, one of the early pioneers of comedians in the U.S. of A. Here's something that's near and dear to our heart. You might as well just go ahead and grab that show.
We're going to, because I tell you, with the warming up, you've got to have an ice cold Coca-Cola from Meridian Coca-Cola Bottling Company. This is something that will just
look here.
soothe
It was 1892 that particular company got incorporated over in Atlanta. Now, we may have bottled it first here.
Right here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, we bottled the very first Coca-Cola.
Changed the world.
Nothing about it. Man,
that logo is probably the most recognizable, and I think it is the most recognizable logo in the world.
You know, we studied that in psychology when I took it. Damn, believe that or not. But they took just a portion of the logo, just like that much. And they said, "What is this?" And everybody in the class goes, "Coca-Cola." It's just so recognizable that just a small portion of it, you know what the whole thing is.
That same survey, didn't they do a little bitty snippet of Daisy's shorts, and everybody was...
Daisy Duke was in there, and they said, "Oh, Daisy Duke with a Coca-Cola."
Shorts. There you go. We're trying to keep y'all up on this. Do anybody remember watching Charlie's Angels and that voice that always came from the box on the desk?
Yes.
"Angels, you need to go such and such."
Hello, Angels.
Well, it was this guy. Back then, you probably didn't know that, but it was John Forsythe that had that voice on the other side of that. He was also in, what was that, Dynasty?
One of those Knots Landings or something that
something
I didn't ever watch.
Yeah, he was kind of boring. There you go, though. But he was the voice behind Charlie's Angels. It began today in 1936. Pete Rose would never make it there. And
I still wish they'd change it.
I know that. 1936. Hall of Fame began for all you baseball fans that are out there. This guy is just incredible. And I'm not even really sure. Well, we had to do the arithmetic. Maybe 79 or 80, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah, he's done everything from being an outlaw to a private detective to a police chief to selling reverse mortgages. Tom
Selleck, he was the heartthrob of the 80s. But I'm telling you, one of his best movies he ever done is right there in the middle. Quickly Down Under. That's a man that knew how to use a gun. If you want to see a great
Gene,
Western,
calm down. I know how you like Tom Selleck.
She all about her.
Oh, she all about Tom Selleck. She's probably watching us with a split screen. Us on one side and Blue Bloods on the other.
But and you even go back. He was in Friends also as one of them's love interest. Do you remember
really?
that?
No,
yeah.
I never got to watch.
He was a regular on Friends there for a year or so. Anyway, dated one of them.
Well, I'd be done.
I'd almost forgotten that this even existed. Anybody remember that TV show? Maybe it was a movie, The Beastmaster. Do y'all remember this guy?
Vaguely.
Yeah, he got wrinkles now. I'm just going he don't look like that. He ain't Mr. Workout Boy no more. Kind of looks like us. It's normal there.
Yeah.
Back in 1954, Kosciuszko, Mississippi had a birth. And boy, did it turn out big.
Then she blamed her parents for everything.
Did she? I didn't even know that. Well, I didn't know that. But she's a multi-millionaire. Maybe even a billionaire.
Close to a billion, if not now. She lives in Hawaii.
There you go. 1954, Oprah, born right here in the great state of Mississippi. And you got to give her credit for her crawl to the top. And boy, did she do it good.
She changed the way a lot of that. Donahue basically changed it, but she grew it.
Yeah. Again, you may not agree with everything that Oprah has ever done or said, but, we have to give her kudos from coming from nothing to being a household name worldwide. And she is.
Yeah.
So we congratulate Oprah. Glad that she made it this far. I remember watching these three girls when I was a kid. They could play any instrument that existed. She was one of the ones that was always the cute one on the side. Irene Mandrell was born on this day. Barbara Mandrell and her sisters, and the Mandrell sisters. It was a weekly TV show. She's just cute as pie. As we go back, this would change. This was a big show back in the late 60s. It would start coming on television. And it lasted, I think, for about 3 years. CBS Television covered it. Anybody remember the Good Time Hour with Glenn Campbell? He filled in for somebody and ended up getting his own show.
I don't remember that.
You didn't watch that one?
I didn't watch that one.
The Good Time Hour.
Of course, I was just getting to where I wasn't watching much more than Cookie Monster at that time.
That kind of makes sense there. It would be 1970 that this song would be released.
Oh, man.
Were you bound on such a cold, dark afternoon is how it started out. As he listened, I explained. Ooh, Kentucky rain keeps pouring down.
That's a good song.
Golly, I like that. Eddie Rabbitt would be the writer of that song, and that put a few beans and potatoes.
Eddie's in his pocket, didn't it?
On Eddie Rabbitt. Boy, Eddie Rabbitt was good, too. Died so young in his early 50s there.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain music.
Oh, man.
Fills my memory every which way but loose.
That's a good movie.
What was about the truck stop Judy trying to come on to me, trying to talk me into rights? What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was a big one. I got $2 in the jukebox.
Yeah.
5 more just in case that don't do the trick. It just goes on and on.
I can't remember.
This girl would be a part of it. It was a big show. She's got way different beliefs than I do, but it's still her birthday.
She's hard to look at, too, even now. And she's on the new part.
Yeah, Sarah Gilbert.
Yeah, just real hard to look at.
She's she's got different thoughts than we do. His son would be destined to become a movie star as well, but I remember as a kid watching this. It was black and white. We had a little bitty TV. And when it quit, we didn't have one for 3 years. Somebody gave it to us.
You had to hit it.
And I'm not lying to you. As a kid, it was given to us as a gift. We don't need it. Y'all take it. And that was really our first TV. And it would be when it quit, we didn't have no TV. I remember me and my sisters looked at each other. But Chico and the Man would come on. Freddie Prinze. Anybody remember him?
Oh yeah.
1970. He would take his own life, and that's what ended that show. He was at the height of his stardom when all that went down. And of course, his son, Freddie Prinze Jr., as you know now, is. Yeah, there you go. It was 1979 that this would become it was recorded today, and it would go on to becoming a hit. And we all know somebody from Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
You ever got mad like a daughter gone mad? A shotgun wit or he's going to get you killed?
Yeah.
As we go back for Leaving Louisiana in the Broad Daylight, Oak Ridge Boys was released today. That would be right before Elvira.
Elvira.
They were great. And of course, we just lost Joe.
Yeah.
That is what is I'm having difficulty is these people that I knew all of my life are starting to.
Yeah. You know, Richard Simmons, we lost him.
Odie's heroes.
He'll keep you from running.
Sweating to the oldies.
You know, as long as some of these rock and roll guys are still kicking and Richard Simmons isn't, exercise just ain't all it was cracked up to me.
It was 1983. I was in high school, and I didn't get this. Now, y'all see the way I'm dressed. I dressed this way in 1983. There's never been a change in who I am or what I am. I've been this way since day one. And I can remember walking through the school parking lot going, what is that?
I liked Men at Work.
Now, Sandy White was probably all into
She
this.
listened to Men at Work, too.
Yeah. This was a big hit today. Do you come from the land down under?
Do you come
remember?
from the land down under?
Odie, and I've gone back and I've listened to the words. I don't get it.
It's been a while. I had to go back and look, but of course I had the cassette.
But I've looked at the word. It don't make sense. What are they trying to tell us? I come from the land down under.
Did you come from England and what do you call the kangaroo place? Where, Australia?
Right, but there's no story. But again, now even in country music, you don't have to have story anymore. Used to, I knew what I was doing because it had a plot.
Well, you was drinking, crying, getting fired from a job, and going home, and your wife left you for the next door neighbor and gave you the dog.
Something like that. Country music is a whole lot better than that. It was 1994 that this would happen on this day. This would be his first release. I remember when we got the record in at the radio station. I was still on overnights, and I got to play more, and I got to listen to anything new that came in because nobody else was there. Meridian was asleep. I woke everybody up. He would have his first song, and he went on to become a star. He's been here to Meridian several times. Anybody remember Live Until I Die, Clay Walker? Boy, that was a big one. Mr. Teeth himself there. He had a string of hits there. Let's see what else happened today. Anybody remember this guy? He was married to a beautiful lady. She was very, very, very nice. She would lose her life to drugs. Whitney, her former husband, Bobby Brown. He was arrested for DUI today. I'm sure he didn't want us to remind you of that.
Probably not.
The U.S. Post Office put out a stamp today of a beautiful lady. Oh, I loved her. There is nobody that could have played this part any better.
Yeah.
Gone with the Wind. Y'all remember Mammy?
Yeah.
She got her stamp today. She was a very, very classy Miss Hattie McDaniel. They put the dress that she wore when she got her Oscar in 1940. Her and Captain Brett Butler. Boy, we would lose somebody that was good today. Les. Let's go live to the street.
Let's go live to the street.
If you wonder where I'm at, well, I'm on the air at WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Howard Hessman passed away today. He, if you'll remember that was Johnny Fever.
Johnny Fever, that's right.
Who never, and that is what you call a cart. It's not an 8-track. That's called a cart, and that's what commercials used to, when you heard them on the radio, that's what was put into a machine that played your card. My job when I first started out in 1986 was to stack those up for Ken Rainey. When his show would begin, my pile overnight was about yay high. Ken's was 10 miles high, and you put them in order so when Ken sat down, he could grab it, put it in the machine, and keep going. So a little history there.
That's pretty good. Somebody, Miss Diane, brought up, how is the man that y'all were selling the reefs for? That was Barry White, Clark County Chief Deputy, and he's probably up watching us right now. And you talked about a nice lady, Miss Wally Starnes.
Yes.
She's the one that handmade these for us to raise money for Barry. Barry's home doing good, still needs prayers. We all went out to dinner Saturday night.
That was Barry's first time to leave his home since all this happened to him.
Saturday
I had a great time.
Oh, it was wonderful. And Greg Tate, thank you for for putting out for Tate's Steak House up the
it's right behind Mathis.
45, right behind Mathis Peach Stand. They took good care of us. Food was good, but to see Barry out and about, man, just get ready, Barry, because we fixing to be going places, doing stuff, and get going. But thank you for and about Barry. He's he's part of our family.
He wants to meet you, as a matter of fact.
Yes, he does. But he is a big part of our family. We love Barry to death, and we couldn't have helped him without each and every one of y'all reaching out and helping us do that. So thank you to every single person who donated to help Barry. I know he thanks you. I know he wants to give each one of you a hug. And even Harold was happy.
He may have gotten a honey bun out of this.
He may have gotten a couple of them.
You brought this up to me a few minutes ago about how can someone help and where donations could be dropped off. We had a house fire on Blizzard Road yesterday.
Man, yeah.
And we'll go through these pictures here. The home is total loss. Let me back this up where you can just see how bad this was. Car, house, all gone
lost
there.
2 vehicles, I think.
Even lost a puppy dog.
Lost a puppy dog
in the fire.
So I think Eddie Harden, it was his place, and Tony Keller said get with her if you can help with any way. Tony, if you would email some clothes sizes,
right?
Some stuff that you need. Email that to Scotty Ray. Scotty Ray 1969 AOL.com.
You got it down.
It was the only AOL because I remember that one easy. But email that so we'll have a list of what Mr. Harden needs and see if we can't reach out. We got some of the best people around the world that watch this show to help you. You
have to put yourself in that place. Think if you woke up and you look down right now and that's all you own in this entire world. It's on your back. That's tough starting over.
Yeah.
So if you can't help, we'll look for those sizes and get those posted where people can help with all of that. More up and coming with Scotty Ray and Odie.
Yeah.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your CF Moto headquarters. And here at the end of the year, we have a special deal on CF Moto C-Force 500 four-wheelers. We're offering these for only $69.99 plus tax and title. It is a fantastic deal. And let me tell you some of the features that this four-wheeler has. This C-Force 500 features aluminum wheels, power steering, and a 2,500-pound winch, all at an incredible price of $69.99 plus tax and title. Come see us at Meridian Cycles, 80 Highway 19 North, right here in Meridian, or call 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Now, I've heard rumors, and at this point it's a rumor, that eventually a bridge is going to have to be replaced out on Center Hill Martin Road across
the causeway.
You know, they were out testing that yesterday, as you'll look at that right there. As they come across there, they were doing some testing of the bridge. Eventually, I think that bridge is scheduled to be replaced. We don't know when. We'll get with Rush and find out about that.
And I tell you, Rush... there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes on these things. You've got to have right of way for a lot of bridges. A lot of people don't really give the right of ways, and it extends the time that bridge is closed. But I promise you that Rush and his team try and do everything as quick as possible. And we're going to get Rush to come in and talk about bridges, because there's a lot that's in desperate need in our county.
It is.
And talk about this one and what that would do if that bridge had to be replaced. That's a main thoroughfare. It couldn't be done during school.
Well, I'd heard rumor that you were going to start a barge where you could.
I was going to charge $1 a car. Greg's paddling. I'm steering.
Okay. Going to raise some money before long.
We're going to raise some money.
Ferry, that's what that's called.
Yeah, we're going ferry.
Now, I've seen them, but I have never actually ridden on a ferry. Have you ever been on one?
Oh, yeah.
There was a couple of times I thought I was going to have to use one, but I didn't.
It's pretty neat. I mean, it's easy.
Drive on it?
Well, either you drive or you walk, but you just drive out, and if you want to, you can just sit in your car, or you can get out and wander.
Well, I watched, what's his name? Double Jeopardy. That the judge.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones. Yep.
Car went off. I like that show.
That was a good show, wasn't it?
Coming up in Meridian, we want to remind you about this. This is coming to Northcrest Baptist Church. It's going to be February 21st, 6:45 in the afternoon. It's going to be the Men of Meridian Conference. Coming up, we're going to have Jimmy Houston there, and I think he's coming to talk about haircuts.
I think so. He's the keynote speaker on not having a haircut.
He's one of the biggest fishermen in America there, and he's going to be there. Greg McMill, did I pronounce that? Greg McMichael. Atlanta Braves, he's going to be speaking. Also, Bob will be there, and along with Wade, it will be a big time. Hope you can come out and join that. We're going to have somebody come by from the church to tell us more about that event that's coming up. Again, it's February 21st, a men conference. Yeah. As we look at other things, let's see what is happening around. I meant to mention a few things.
Wow.
I've been following this story down on the coast of a Chick-fil-A they're getting ready to build there. And it had some trees, and of course on the coast, that's a big deal, any tree that's removed. Yeah. And the Chick-fil-A got halted because it had some trees there, and they finally got the go-ahead to remove the trees to build the new Chick-fil-A. Part of you goes, oh, I hate that. And the other part of you realizes they needed the room for the parking lot because Chick-fil-A's are rather busy.
You should have got a little bit more land and made a bigger parking lot.
Yeah.
But
I hate to see the trees go.
I hate to see those are. Yeah, you're talking a 200-year-old tree. And what did that tree do? Plus it does help with wind. And
it does. That was a biggie there.
That was a biggie.
And let's discuss this because I know it happened in Kemper County. They've gone on in Lauderdale County. These four-riding events, four-wheeler events.
Yeah.
If y'all remember, 2-3 years ago, somebody was killed in Kemper County on one of those riding events. It was a shooting that took place, and to my knowledge, no one was ever arrested. To my knowledge, I don't think it happened. I know that they've happened in the Meridian area, and it's to where 200, 300, 400 people show up on four-wheelers and they go riding. Well, drinking happens, accidents happen, and in Monroe County, it happened. A young girl was thrown off the back of a four-wheeler. She hit a rock. I think that's what happened to a rock, and she was pronounced deceased at the end. Now, to my knowledge, the Kemper County supervisors, I don't think anything ever happened. Monroe County, they said, whoa, wait a minute, no more. You're gonna have to purchase a permit if you do a four-wheeler ride, and this is the reason. In case something were to happen, EMS and law enforcement would be aware that there's an event going on that they could respond to. They have these events in remote areas and no one knows about it, and then it takes the law enforcement and medical emergency responders so long to get to where they are that someone can lose a life. And in Monroe County, Mississippi, they're making steps forward to where that doesn't happen anymore. That's not a bad idea.
Well, if you go out to Why Not Motorsports Park, Rodney has to pay for an ambulance to sit there in case. So maybe that is something on these particular rides.
I have to.
That, you have to have an ambulance on scene just in case. Easy to get to where you need to go. Now, I don't know how these other ambulance companies are. Metro Ambulance, they've got a Kubota side-by-side that's built for going in the woods and getting somewhere. Maybe that's something that you have to rent an ambulance and one of those to make sure that you can get to everybody. But, hey, kudos for going that extra step and saying, all right, you need a permit. Somebody's got to be responsible.
Yeah, it makes it to where somebody is the go-to person. This is your fault.
Yeah. So, man.
Because these things are very dangerous. And where was that? They had I don't know if it was a ride or not. Where was that on that road here in Meridian not long ago where they had the bonfire?
Sweet Gum Bottom.
Yeah, Sweet Gum Bottom. That was a narrow road. And a lot of times, and I can't remember four-wheelers involved in that one.
I think it was just a big party.
Maybe. But these four-wheeler events turn into big parties, and usually it's a lot of drinking, and people get careless and they get hurt. And it's just preventive maintenance is what it is. And maybe that could be looked at by the Lauderdale County Board, because they happen here just like they do in Kemper and everywhere else.
And they're fun. They really are, but they've got to be safe.
Right. So that kind of summarizes that. Coming back up, we're going to do birthdays in just a moment. Have you gotten yours to us yet? We had some sent in by email.
We got a couple of them and some anniversaries, too.
We'll be right back.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And Odie, I was trying to put my finger on this. I read a story this morning, and maybe I'll find it. When it comes to foreign aid.
Yeah.
And I hate that I don't have it. I didn't set it but I know enough about it to talk about it. This foreign aid that we give to other countries, I mean, it's millions.
Oh, yeah.
As we give money to Gaza, there was, and I can't remember the exact how many millions it was, but it was for basically our enemy that we were buying $1 million worth of condoms.
$50 million for condoms overseas.
People, where has the United States gone wrong? I had to set my coffee down. I got so bent out of shape over that. Why would our senators approve something like that? Or is it one of those things where it was hidden in a bill
I believe
and no one
that's
knew it?
And that's why I'm totally for a line item.
I am too.
But, yeah, that right there, sending that money for another country, and that was found by Elon because of the new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, already saving money.
I had no idea.
Stopping that. Oh, Scott, you said kickbacks. That's
can't prove it. But
if it quacks and it waddles,
Odie, in some countries we were giving money for sex changes.
That got stopped.
Disguised as foreign aid.
Yep.
We don't need to be doing that. I was beyond shocked. Let me just say it that way. I don't know what to say. Now, Debbie sent me a text yesterday when I was out at the the groundbreaking ceremony, and said, "You need to apply today." And I thought, what is Debbie talking about?
Yeah.
Well, it was a text message that was sent from the White House, and they are changing things in the briefing room. And it said, if you do Facebook news, legitimate, you're on TikTok, or if you're on YouTube and you do legitimate news, you can apply to be in the briefing room at the White House. they will entertain this of approving credentials to do that. And they said in there, right here in this chair is going to be what I do every day. It's not the 3 people that come from NBC, CBS, and NBC that handle everything anymore. Trump is changing that, but why? Because we do not get our news like we used to. No. It is not the 5, 6, and 10 anymore. Those days are gone. You want your news, and we do it instantly.
And it is exactly what's going on. We don't have somebody sitting here breathing down our back going, don't say it like that. Say this.
Yeah, you can't say God. We're going to do that.
You can't read no Bible verse. Well, you just stick around the end of the show and see if you don't hear one. So, are you going to fly me out once a week?
Get you up to the briefing room. I think you need to. But I can see a meltdown coming. I see this in the future because I know he got the same text as everybody else did. But there are going to be some people that go, whoa! Alex Jones is...
Real news is coming. Real news is coming.
Alex Jones is going to ask to be there, y'all. And it's going to be some people that panic.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they will grant him. He's well enough known that they will let him come in. Was he fined? Yes, but I do bet that he gets there. But it is a new day in America. Everything is different now. It is not the traditional way that it was done in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, to where if you weren't there at 5 o'clock, it's just too bad.
That's right.
It is. It's instant news, and that's what we try to deliver every day.
You know, you see a lot of places. You watch the news at 6 a.m., at noon, at 5, at 6, and 10, and it's every one of them are the same exact things in a different little order. So I guess if you missed one, you could definitely make it up. But this is completely new every time we get on here.
That's correct.
We got enough to do that.
Oh, it was the Taliban that were sending condoms to. I found the story finally. The Taliban. Yeah. You heard Toby Keith sing about that? Have mercy. We even sponsored drag queen shows through DEI programs.
Well, of course.
I just, y'all ought to know. And I just don't think most Americans are aware of this. I was not. There's a lot of red tape, fine lines, and I'm back to with Odie on this. How can we, even in the state of Mississippi, line item, nothing approved. It may take longer, but it will save you millions, I think, in the end, if every single item, instead of going that I'll do you a favor, you do me a favor, and it's included in a little bitty print and something. Anyway, that's our small thoughts on that.
Hey, this press secretary.
Yeah, 27 years old.
Yes. And they asked her yesterday, says...
Caroline Levitt?
Levitt. Do you have a number of how many of the illegal aliens that come over here are criminals? And she goes, every one of them. All of them. They're all criminals. Do you not understand it? They came here illegally. They're here illegally. They are criminals. All of them. Next question.
They weren't expecting that one. And that's it. That is the truth.
And then that girl that got on there and told me, I don't understand why.
Oh, you're talking about Gomez, that
she's
actress?
She's a billionaire. Gomez, that's her.
And they said, why don't you open up your house for these people since you're concerned?
Never mind.
She deleted that video.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't understand? Did you not get some type of education? You're a billionaire and you've got your own company and you don't understand illegal?
It's because somebody else runs it. Or they just want to taunt something. Hey. Anyway, that's a rundown of what's gone on over the last 24 hours. Don't worry, we're coming back tomorrow once again with the latest and greatest of what goes on.
With Friday Eve.
Yes, sir.
It's coming.
She is the press secretary.
Yes,
we got some birthdays that we need to give you. Who is having a birthday?
We've got some good ones. Wesley Eason. 10 years old today. Happy birthday. J.C. Moore, one of our awesome dispatchers for Lauderdale County E911, 33 years young today.
33?
Yeah. Mocha Sandy Hunter having a birthday today. I think she's still in Alaska. Her husband is in the military. Thank you. Sheila Harbor Clearman's got a birthday. John Blythe, 68 years young. Andy Wilkerson, he's probably up in one of them bucket trucks working on some power lines over in Union today. Finley Culpepper, 6 years young. Katie Hogan's got a birthday. Cade Chatham's 12 years. Melvin and Debbie Burnett 55-year anniversary.
Let me show
Happy
you
anniversary.
somebody who's whining this morning.
Oh.
She's a beautiful girl, but she's still whining. Chrisley.
Well, she never had to work for nothing.
What, you want to know what she's whining about?
What did Daddy do?
They're fixing to transfer Daddy to another prison because where he's at, they're shutting him down. And she goes, that woman don't like my daddy. She's going to send him. Well, they can do that. You know why? Your daddy's a criminal.
Your daddy tried to get $30 million to stick in his pocket. Hello, Mama's in there too.
Yep. And they always they try to portray them as being innocent, and they were guilty. They're in jail. Just say it.
Somewhere along the line, he's got $30 million and then defunct on it, and went bankrupt, but he still kept the money.
Hello.
And then Tim and Alicia Fisher's got a anniversary today. Tim, take her out to eat.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Odie's going to cover the bill for you, right?
Yeah, just send it to me. Put it in the mail. CFL let you out without, yeah.
We need to give a Bible verse as we start this day. What have you picked out for us today?
So we got Hadley Joe Bates, 5 years old today. So happy birthday. Let's see what God has chosen for us. Matthew 5:14.
What's it say?
You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Woo, build your town on God. Build your temple on God's faith and shine with the light of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ coming out of you, and let everyone see what the Lord can do for them because what the Lord has done for you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all have a safe day. And remember, we'll be back tomorrow. But remember, we love you. We want you to all be safe. Thank you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.